we have David M182 in blue on the top left, northwest, playing as the English, and on the southeast, klop1324 in teal. This is the grand final. He's playing English as well. We have ended up here as an English mirror match on Altai, if you can believe that. I mean, I think both of these players definitely just saw that they were playing Altai, and they realized Klop may even have predicted that his enemy would pick English after choosing Altai as the map. Because this is pretty much an English favored map. HRE as well. It does pretty well, but of course that civ was banned for both players. China, also a good pick here, I think, but this is what we got. And, well, I think we're in for quite a grand final. I don't think either of these players has really 1v1'd each other before, but they're definitely, of the pool of friends and gamers that plays this game, definitely the two strongest. So, let's check this out. We have about 2 minutes left, I think, on that prediction. Looks like so far it's pretty one-sided. Want to make the big bucks here. After seeing the civs and everything too, you get a little bit more insider info before spending those points. 2 on gold for Klop. Over here we also have, we have 3 on gold for David. And now moving to wood. 7 food. Both of these players with very low idle time means that the villager distribution is just going to be interesting here. I think David moving to wood this early probably is indicative of a little bit more, I mean, unless it's just build order quirks here, it sort of means a little bit more early aggression. Klop might try faster age up. But I may be reading too much into like one villager placement, so we'll see how this goes.
Would you care to have a co-caster who plays a lot of English?
Absolutely, we have an English expert in the voice chat right now. Here's a Discord stream if you want to watch without lag. Or if you're watching the game in your own game, that's also fine too. Control the shift 1, there we go. Okay. I'm remembering the control. It's been about a week.
You got both of the Englishes putting up their council halls here.
We've got a pretty far back council hall from Klop. What do you think of these placements?
Interesting. And yeah, I mean, they're definitely safe. You're not going to be going for any, like, proxy shenanigans. I think the reason why he made the council hall that far back is because he built with his 3 gold miners.
Okay.
Whereas, actually, if you notice, David did not do that. He took 3 off of gold and the 4th from, probably from TC. Yeah. So...
looks like he's moving.
Oh, and then, wait, actually, I know this
now.
build. I know this build. We just went over this. Yeah, and he's going to build a barracks. This is going to be a... well, there should be a fast second TC, actually, out of David.
Okay, that explains the heavy wood earlier, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although, to be fair, English normally goes pretty heavy wood, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
So that's not too unusual. However, what this build is intending to do here is he's going to be able to pump out a couple of spears and longbows. As he and then he'll switch over to stone once the council hall is finished here, and then get a second TC up in theory before any pressure can come out.
Okay, well, and he's fast enough. Klop, pretty comfortable with the English. So also he has a barracks up and is making early man-at-arms right now. Vanguard man-at-arms for Klop. Okay. Oh, we actually have Vanguard man-at-arms for both players right now.
Ooh. I mean, it's definitely good against the. It's definitely good against longbows, and considering English aren't super well known for their cavalry, they definitely. I don't know. The men-at-arms could definitely see some use here, and
got
spears probably not as much.
Yeah, spears a little less for sure. I mean, at this point, like 1 early man-at-arm means that all the longbows are going to be counted out pretty heavily right now. Unless they split off. Trespassing Lollipop, welcome in. First time chatter. Hadrian's brother, he says that Klop sucks. Well, we'll have to see. I think Klop is a more versatile player, but David is definitely following a clear build order.
Yes, Klopp has more experience with English, I would say, than David. However, this is a build order that David and I have recently been
Okay.
looking at.
So
So
tensions are high.
the,
Research
the
has been
the
done.
the goal here, I believe, is for David to outscale Klopp here.
It
I think
looks
that's
like
his plan. He's gonna get a
that.
second PC up, and as long as he survives, he should be ahead of the game.
Oh, he
And
says,
then
my bad. David is for sure gonna lose. Okay.
just-
Cameron, also welcome back. Let's go. Absolutely. And it looks like we do have David moving over to stone a lot earlier. Klopp is now doing it. I'm not sure if he's scouted or just figured that's what's going to happen. But
don't think
that's
he's
going to be
scouted.
David with a much faster second TC, I think, here.
Wait, what are those blue villagers doing down? Or are those villagers? Oh no.
We got some
That's just
man-at-arms.
a
And he's
little
actually
scouting
pushing him
party.
off stone. This is going to
Yeah,
hurt
ooh,
Klopp
yeah, that'll
so
delay the
much.
second TC for sure.
That's actually huge with the scaling. Like, the Klopp has to do damage right
wants.
now. And he's not out there on the map at all right now.
So this is that handful of troops I was talking about that's super useful to just have out early to start putting on pressure. This is
Yeah.
what the build is meant to do. You get a couple of those out while you get the TC, and I think the TC is down for David. I think he's building the second one.
He's placing it right here on the
yeah,
deer
yeah.
and on the wood too. That's a great
I
spot.
just noticed he's down. He's used as stone. So yeah. It's tucked away
Alright.
right there.
That was fast. Klopp with the 0
Yeah.
stone starting. He's going to be falling behind quickly. Losing some
Well,
vills
that
here.
depends. With no stone, he can afford to be a lot more aggressive, and if he can manage to take
True.
out David early, then I think he's got a pretty fair chance.
Yeah, he's going to have a lot more on other resources right
Also,
now.
If you are going man-at-arms, I highly recommend the first upgrade, because for English, since they
armor.
get the Dark Age ones, the armor, or sorry, the upgrade to
Oh,
the
Vanguard
H2,
too early. Yeah,
Vanguard,
yeah.
it's super cheap. Look, it's
David
literally
can
it's
afford
15. It's 15 food, 35 gold. It's basically free.
Looks
So-
like Klopp has researched that instead of maybe in lieu of the
okay.
TC. So that's going to be big.
Yeah.
The early men-at-arms have like plastic armor,
Yeah.
plastic swords, so
Oh,
this
yeah.
will definitely help
Boy
a
at
lot.
arms.
Yeah.
No, definitely an unfortunate missed upgrade on David's side. We'll see if it ends up
Yeah.
factoring in.
See, he hasn't clicked it yet. He again can't afford it. He's not making any more military either. He's just gonna try to boom for
Yeah.
now. He's like comfortable.
Yeah,
Got the TCs
putting
down.
up tower for defense. The thing with the 2 TC build is you have a lot more garrison room now. So
Yeah.
he can just garrison all his villagers when, Klopp comes into attack.
We have a forward tower drop down for
yep.
Klopp. It's definitely the move as English. And we also have David palisade walling super far. Okay, they're both
Oh, he's
like
gotta
very
go for some of
aggressive
those
on the
resources.
sides. Yeah. Gonna be pushed off gold for the minute. If Klopp positions his units like here, and we don't get arrow slits from the tower, that means
Yeah.
he can range
gonna have
the
to
gold
find-
miners.
He's gonna have to find a new gold.
Yeah, David's gonna be pushed off of that, and he does actually have a few idols right now. The pressure's wearing him down a little bit. 34-31 on the Vilt count though.
He's got some of his own longbows for defense. That should help a little
Okay,
more.
we
gold
got
defense.
longbows coming out. And the man-at-arms actually are proving a little ineffective here just because you don't really have the numbers. Oh, we got a little setup camp here for these guys.
Love to see it. Love to see it.
And you can't really dive in to get any value with them right now, so.
Yep.
Here's our first farm for our blue player, Teal.
farm.
Not moving into that just yet. Still got plenty of sheep. I think he got a lot more sheep out of the map.
Well, David's also got deer going here, but apparently, I think he just ran out of sheep, so that's why he's moving into farms. Apparently, you do want to move directly into farms as English. Berries aren't really worth it, since, farms are discounted and everything.
Having a real hard time getting the wood for those. And actually, he's going to push villagers back. Looks like Klopp got one tower up here, but is not going to be able to do the second one yet.
He's going for the contain, which is
Yeah.
going to be pretty big here, because if David scales up, but he has no resources, then it's kind of all for nothing. So
That would be strong. I'd like to see maybe a palisade here for David now with this villager, just so that he can lock down some more resources on the map. This is looking like a kind of a scary army now. Klop is just pumping units out.
Yeah. I think what we want to be looking for is if he gets the ram upgrade.
True.
Because that would signal that he's really looking to finish him off, which he should do here before David manages to scale.
I would maybe split some lumber mine choppers down to this position as well, just so they're not as exposed.
A little safer.
He's gonna try to wall this off. Might lose some vills. Klop might just be. Oh, he's rallying, pointing around.
Ooh, that's gonna be a couple bills that die there, though, for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah. These are sacrifice. Oh, trying to make his way in. I think there's still a hole. Yeah, didn't finish
Oh, there
that.
is.
Or delete it. So there's a hole there. I think if you delete the end tower thing, that hole is closed. But now, longbows behind the back of the base are not a good feeling. Second TC for Klop now, coming down as well. Okay, this is a game of give and takes.
The villager numbers have started going in David's favor here, since he got that earlier.
He's trying to palisade across the middle of the map right now. See how long that lasts. But yeah, it looks like he's producing a little bit more. 5 longbows, and these guys are just gonna lose. Okay. Well, definitely a good trade for Klop so far. Where are David's wood choppers? Is he moving them? We got gold in the back.
Oh, he's sneaking the gold down there. Yeah, that'll be important.
I'm not seeing.
If Klop manages to find that gold, that'll be game over.
Yeah, he has 0 on wood. Just drop some right here. Come on, please.
Yeah, I hate to see it on English.
Yeah,
Most
key resource for sure. Klop a little scattered around with his army.
Speaking of woods, Klop definitely is spending quite a bit on these forward towers. Each of these is 100 wood, and that's not insignificant resources-wise. So he's investing a lot here.
David decides he can deal with the pressure. He's going fast castle right now.
He's going for the eco castle rather than the defense. That's an interesting decision.
I mean, we have no upgrades from either player, no siege engineering for Klop yet either, and also no actual blacksmith for either player either, so. Very much cutting a lot of corners. We'll see who it hurts most, though. And that is a lot of bills.
I'd love to see that blacksmith up for either player.
Yeah, for real. Another outpost for the contain, and we'll see if Klop moves down. I feel like the natural next step for this outpost push is south side. We'll find some vulnerable units down there, and actually trying to drop a palisade wall on the back. Okay. He's gonna have to walk all the way around for that. More villagers going down.
Should be able to just garrison here. Yep.
He's got a few too many for the TC, but he got it. King's Palace is up, so David should pull ahead significantly with the Vill count, even though he's losing. He's lost 9 now. Losing Vills.
Well, he is ahead by a bit, but remember, Klop still has that second TC now, so David's not as ahead as he might have been. It's a 3-to-2 ratio now, not a 2-to-1.
Yeah, King's Palace produces more quickly, right? As well, or is that not true?
I'm not sure,
I can
actually.
read, like, maybe a tooltip. Access the town center with all behaviors. Okay, it's just like a regular TC. I think it's just
the same. Yeah.
Okay. And we will... Okay, here's Blacksmith for Klop. We'll see if he chooses to upgrade to Castle Age. Looks like spending all his res right now on upgrades on units.
David is getting wheelbarrow.
Fully committed.
That's definitely a bit of a late wheelbarrow, but I mean, it'll still help for sure.
An outpost here for Klop would basically deny David of all wood on the map as well. But it looks like he got the palisade up across the whole map. The sneak, sneak.
Yeah, that should abate some of the pressure, I think.
Yeah, you're not going to get any more longbows coming through. Not yet, at least. But, on the other side, Klop snuck a villager through to the back and walled off that choke on David's base, so...
Yeah, now I just have to see if he notices the gold miners.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately with Age 4, we can only see enemy units and buildings if they're inside of the line of sight.
Oh, maybe. This will be big if he finds it. Oh no, he turned around.
He's in the. I assume that he spotted it when he walked past, right? David's gonna know that wall's there, and he's gonna know these guys are compromised, probably, or at least assume it. Palisade wall. Getting torched down a little bit. I like... Okay, White Tower
Oh my goodness.
is an interesting choice. He's kind of pushed
Wow.
into a corner. Actually, oh, hang on. That's a teal White Tower. That's an
yeah,
offensive landmark.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
That's an
David pulling
offensive
all
White
bills
Tower.
to deny it. I don't know if it'll be
Oh,
enough. He's going full
Yeah.
eco right now, trying to get
He only
knights
has
out.
4 army units. He really needs to be producing at least a couple longbows for
Yeah.
defense.
He is back on... Okay, just
He's
taking a
making
few hits.
knights. I guess his inner French player is coming out.
I think
David
knights
is
are a
French
good play here. English do have pretty solid
That's
cav line. They'll clean up like all of these, or at least do very well against them. But
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
Klopp is just gonna switch into
prioritizing-
straight spears now.
Prioritizing the villagers so he doesn't get that white tower up.
Yeah. Teal taking his time to get this up. He's just gonna stand
It's a
back.
very effective trade for David here.
Yeah. So this isn't over yet, and I don't know if this white tower will actually go up. More knights coming out from both of these stables. And okay, there goes the last of the knights.
I wouldn't mind seeing some horsemen as well. Those also
Horsemen here would just be as effective, if not more, against the archers, against the longbows,
Yeah.
and they're way cheaper. So yeah, horsemen is a
However,
good call.
Yeah, they're cheaper, and he has more food and wood right now.
They're a little
Which is all
less
you need.
versatile than knights, and
That's
knights will
true.
do more against the villagers, which I guess is pretty important here.
Now, I do have to say I'm a little disappointed that I haven't seen better use of palings from Klopp.
He used the setup camp ability earlier, but no
yeah,
palings.
he did, but palings are pretty important fighting longbow into cavalry.
I don't know if David has... Okay, he's lost quite a few villagers. He maybe is not keeping up the... as I say that, all the town centers are producing. He should pull ahead pretty far. I mean, Klopp is just committing so many villas to getting this white tower up. That's his win condition right now. David's is to hold until he outscales.
Yeah.
Max Zilu S49, welcome to the stream. Thank you for following.
I really would like to see rams, honestly, for both sides here.
Looks like
I
David
think
is giving in that this is going to go up. He's going into a siege workshop.
Siege engineering just completed, I think, for the teal player, if I read that correctly. Yeah,
You're
okay,
right.
so
Siege
he's
engineering is here.
looking to close it out here.
It's going to be a white tower into ram. And these early man-at-arms, I mean, they're kind of countered out by the knights, but they don't have a great answer.
Honestly, I feel like David really needs rams here to deal with that white tower.
Doesn't see the
Because he's just-
outposts going up on his gold line. That's rough.
Yeah.
And yeah, this is going to devolve into a siege battle with the white tower here. And I've played against David. I know he's great with the siege micro. Klopp as well does love to just dive enemy siege, from my experience. So I think he saw that now with those villagers walking through. Well, it's a little late though. So I'd love to see where this goes with the siege.
I don't know. David has a decent enough defensive setup here with those multiple TCs. That's a lot of garrison potential.
He's moving
got
so
some
much eco
well.
back to the rear side, but he also is fully
Still got that
exposed with
tower
his
back
movements. This tower
Yeah.
looks like fully palisade walled in here, though.
Yeah, so Klopp might not be able to get there too easily.
And David
So
is
it
doing
might
the right
actually-
thing here. A lot of players don't do this. Just falling back with your army until you reach a critical mass
Yeah.
where you can
Yeah.
actually win a fight against your enemy. Even if you're being sieged in your base, you just have to take your time still sometimes.
Because the
Losing a lot of
trickle
knights
is
to the
just
spears, though.
Ooh, yeah. He really wants us to run those knights back onto the longbows and just
And
let
they-
his other units deal with it. I think he still wins that fight.
here. He does win that fight. Klopp gonna have to fall back. The eco difference is not as wide as one might hope from a 2 TC plus King's Palace player. 83.75.
But he's
Still pretty
holding
good.
on.
He's holding
Yeah.
on. He's managed to take some losses without really... some villager losses without really feeling it too badly. Tower goes down from Klopp. This pocket eco is safe for now. Might expect to see something coming in on this palisade on the south side. Try and siege that down, get some pressure on.
Yeah.
We also have
Klopp
Leon's
has really managed to contain David here. I think that the pocket resources in that back western corner there is really all he has to go off of. That's his lifeline right now.
Yeah. Yeah, Klop is just totally controlling this game right now. More palisades for him, taking all the resources in the mid-map. And David is getting a trebuchet out, which honestly might work to take down the White Tower here.
Yeah,
Klop's gonna have to spend a lot of wood repairing it. It's a landmark, so it doesn't cost stone to repair, but it's still a lot of res. And I don't think he can deny this treb either.
No, I don't think so. Not without some horsemen of his own.
No horsemen, no mounted units, no siege workshop either. So, you know, it's gonna get a lot of damage done. The Rams coming in though, for Klop. And David's council hall is okay. I don't know what that was all about. I think he accidentally had one rallied forward still. No trade yet for either player.
It is a little bit unfortunate to see those trebs built manually, because what you really want as English is to hit that Imperial Age with the Windguard Palace.
That is
and then
true.
you get much cheaper trebuchets, and especially considering how important wood is as a resource for English, you save a lot of wood by building those through the Windguard.
David is just having to take all these tiny wood lines. He's also walling off the south. He knows this is absolutely key.
That.
Yeah.
I don't mind that stone wall one bit.
And I don't think this goes down with one trebuchet with this many vills repairing it. But it's going to be costly to keep up, and it's not really doing a huge amount other than controlling the map.
Yeah.
And Klop fully committing to infantry here too.
Ooh, but however, Klop is almost running out of wood here. And generally it's considered an advantage that these English age upkeeps require wood rather than stone to repair. However,
true, actually he's being sapped of wood right now.
In this case,
he's redistributing some vills, but it might be a little late.
Yeah.
Look at those farms. Good looking stuff. Okay, actually dives the treb and takes it down. Here comes the Windguard Palace for David. First to age up on all three ages.
A lot of spears.
I'd like to see more archers, just archers for David to deal with these spears.
Yeah, or even maybe some of those man-at-arms.
Maybe some man-at-arms of his own, yeah.
Man-at-arms work well against both the spears and the longbows, which seems to be Klop's primary composition here. The Windguard does come up, so he gets to age 4. He gets to age 4 first, and he is up about 20 villies. So I don't know if he can hold. Which is a big
actually, it has crawled up very significantly, that villager difference.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Klop is in on the eco right now. He's sieging down landmarks with his units. It's going to be pretty costly just because of the English defensive arrow bonuses. But if I had to guess, let me click on one of these guys. Okay, actually, there are no blacksmith upgrades coming through for these units either.
Yeah, he just got
no arrow defense or anything. He's working those margins very thin. And David actually has quite a few things here. A lot of idle eco, though. Any moderators in the chat? Lone Cub? Just keep an eye on him, okay? Just keep him on a tight leash. And there are the archers, the longbows. David's gonna win that fight and clean up the rear of his eco, but also another keep coming down for Klop.
Keep drop.
I'd love to see a keep drop for David somewhere, maybe like here, something defensive. He doesn't have the stone. He's been spending it on walls.
Maybe some towers. We could see some towers.
Would be good too. I mean, he's within range of his TC at all times with these fights.
Yeah.
So he's getting the defensive bonuses anyways. But now the Rams are in and they're doing real damage.
Ooh. He's running out of houses.
Yeah, David, 128 out of 120. He's housed. He's badly housed right now.
Yeah, pressure might be enough here. He managed to he popped age 4, but he hasn't had the time to really do anything with it yet, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a huge risk in this game to age up first, just because you're basically giving your enemy the tempo advantage for like the next 5 to 10 minutes. But if you can hold, you will have more tech developed.
Yeah,
etc. So hey.
I would think that's even more true in a mirror matchup like this, where it's an even closer comparison. You know exactly what's going on at the age.
Yeah. So I still think well, okay. It's 107 to 108 now as Klop pulls ahead on villas for the first time this game. David could still do this though. It's not over by any means.
If he manages to hold, he he needs to knock out that keep. But if he can hold and knock out that keep, then I think he might have a chance.
Nothing coming out of the wind guard yet as first landmark falls to the ram. David leaning heavily into these longbows. I like to see that. They can do well in a mass against man-at-arms, especially unupgraded man-at-arms. Klop going now for the first Iron Undermesh upgrade.
Yeah, that'll be pretty big to counter.
That'll be big, but I think David wins this engagement.
I think if David loses that TC for the King's Palace, I think that might be game.
This is like the final front line here.
He needs to hold on to those.
Nothing on stone. He does have the key English upgrade there, enclosures. Getting gold trickle from the farms.
Love to see it.
Checking the wood back here. This is it for David right now. It's the entire wood eco. And there's another keep for Klop in the front.
In the bank, though.
He does have a lot banked. A lot of wood banked. That was a lot of villagers lost for David as he moves more backwards. He is going to clean this up. Never mind. Never mind. There's a little bit more coming.
Yeah.
I think this might be Klop's game at this point.
That was...
TC went down.
TC goes down. We're a little bit behind live.
David, as soon as I managed to pick off those early game archers and that man-at-arms, I was like, oh yes, I think this might have been the mistake that lost him.
So the problem is I know how you're supposed to play this matchup because of Whammon coaching. I don't know if so you're supposed to go straight to H3 and night play, but I just have never done the build, so I didn't really know what I was doing.
A very close game.
Yeah, that was a little bit of a nail biter. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was.
That was a huge find. He denied his stone and his early second TC like so long there, David. It was great.
Oh, you were two TC as well.
Yeah, it was 2 TC. Yeah. As soon as I saw you turtling up, I was like, or as soon as as soon as I saw you pushing, I was like, I'm gonna go 2 TC because I think I can hold this off without too much.
And then that contain was brutal, Klop.
Yeah.
So all the towers were out of the
outposts. Yeah.
And then the still forward white tower.
Yeah, I mean, I should have pulled more vills to get to the
you should
white tower, but whatever. I was just trying to contain, and I built the walls, so I knew that you weren't like trying to sneaky shit behind me. Although I lost track of this vill with this tower back here. And if I had been smarter, I would have built a proxy back here.
I thought you had a proxy. So I panicked.
Well, okay, I guess that explains all the bills. Angrily destroying stuff.
Yeah.